leader is in here. He got to come out in you.
The only thing we just rely on is election campaign, and then we bring up leaders. To the point of
it's from my village.
The legislature supposed to be
Christian. You understand? They go to churches, they go to mosques.
No. That's the problem we have. That's the problem we have.
There's money in the country, just that we don't invest. We don't try to make more.
Every human being we want more than less in economic theory.
A very, very good morning to you all. Daddy Chris here from SRTV desk in London. And as you know, this is the weekly bulletin. What we do here, this is the show where we actually take a look at all that has happened within the week and try to make sense of some of it. On today's show, of course, this week has been packed with so many eventful activities, and I think we're going to touch on that today. And as you know, I have my team ready, but they're always they are always in the world of their own Nigerian factor. But let's do what we do best. Nigeria, where are we? Before we do anything, before we even dare to say anything, we need to join the rest of the world to say a very, very, is it a heartfelt, or as we wish Pope Francis a farewell. You know, you have served, you've made a difference, you are a true meaning of humanity. Pope Francis, the world loves you. And I know that God will receive you. I wish everyone can live like Pope Francis. Not in the sense of it, everybody cannot be the Pope, but at least we can try to emulate some of the things, some of his belief, and some of the way he lived his life. This man was humble to the core. Humble. The Pope didn't touch him. He was still human. He interacted with everybody. And I wish I can ask anybody to take a look at his life and make a little peace. Today we should be talking about Pope. He did the world a service. And that is what accounts today. That most of our leaders don't know the meaning of being on top. It was on top, or it was at the bottom. That's the meaning of being on top. When they put you on top, it means you are at the bottom. You are there to serve everybody. And I think you realize that, and we will see that as we move along. Pope, we're here to say a very, very big farewell to you. And that goes along also, we talked about, this week is a very, very important topic when we look at, I think the Mbaka sum it up when we talk about having been blessed with natural resources, but we seem to be lacking in the areas of nurturing it. Yes, I repeat that. God has blessed us with abundance of human and natural resources, but we don't seem to understand how to nurture it. I want to put this in a little bit of context. Nigeria, what is it that we don't have? I don't get it. Is there anything we don't have in Nigeria? That's the question. I doubt it. Now, from nowhere, because God said, no, these people, I just want to bless you. They give us abundance of oil, which we don't even know how to use. It was the Western people that came, the Europeans that came, saw the oil, start to drill it. Even as we speak today, they're still the one drilling the oil. They only pay us what they think is right. We've never added any value to what God has given to us. And sometimes it's happening. If you ask Tinubu today, the oil God has given to you, what have you done to make the price higher? Because if God gives you something, God expected you to add to it. The Bible says that God created us in his own image and likeness. If that is the case, then we are in the likeness of God. Anything God has deposited or anything God has done, we can make it better. Have you ever thought of, okay, how do we even get the mineral resources? Sometimes human beings should be thinking beyond. We might be able to even attract mineral resources to our land in a scientific way. Is there anything God has done that we have not tried to do? I always give instances, and I begin to give man credit, except Nigerians, that some years ago, some set of people saw the light, the sun, And they say, oh, look at what God has done. It's beautiful. In the night it's dark. No, they say, no, what? They want to be in darkness. We want to be in light always. So they decided to create our artificial light to support what God has created. It was a test. Can you get yourself out of darkness? Some part of the world have done so. They are no more in darkness. But Nigeria in the 21st century, we are still in darkness. Some people still go to bed with no electricity. But are you still waiting for God to give you electricity? Nigerians. Is God the one? Or you want to go to church tomorrow now to go and ask God? As I'm talking, many of you are in the church. Many of you are in the mosque yesterday, asking God for what he has given to you. And it's sometimes frustrating. I don't understand. What do you want God? What do you want from God? And I can't wait. I can't help. I don't want to mention God, but sometimes I'm forced to mention God in all I do. What do you want from God, Nigerians? He gave you oil now. You've not added a single value to the oil. Apparently now, what is happening is that they will take your oil away, refine it, and sell it back to you. In everything we do, Nigerian lacks entrepreneurship. We don't think, we are too comfortable where we are. I never knew that this is Nigeria. This was not the Nigeria I grew up with. Things have begun to change over the years, and they still continue to change. I pray that one day the young people will realize and make the changes we need. That is, God has done his own part. Our leaders are not doing their own part. And you get to give credit to the Nigerian people. Nigerian people are entrepreneuring if they are engineering. I know it's easy for me to blame Nigeria. It's not like that. I'm actually directing this to the Nigerian leaders. The reason being, had Moses didn't come up, the children of Israel would have remained in Egypt. Let me repeat. Had Moses didn't come up bravely to take the people out, they would have remained there. Why? It's not his human tendency looking for somebody to lead them. That's why God sent leaders. So if you are in the position of leadership today, and you're not leading people out of darkness, then you are ashamed. You're not leading your people out of Egypt. You are ashamed. The Egypt of that time, take it as a metaphor. You said, look at it now. Nigeria is in darkness. We are hungry. A leader should be the one that takes us out of hunger. Let us be specific. And that's something I think we're going to look at deeply on this show today. Why are we still where we are? Nigerians, why are we here today? Is it true that God has not given us all we want? What are we asking from God? It's a question that we all need to really go back and look at on this beautiful Saturday. I did a show one time. I said, leave my God alone. And perhaps that is going to be the end of what I'm going to say today. You guys need to leave God alone, because God has done his part. And I went further. Within the week, we talked about a very crucial thing. I left the mineral resources. I forget about the oil, the gold, all the beautiful deposits in the land. And I went to talk about the human resources. That today, the rest of the world are actually looking. Go to anywhere in the world, you see a Nigerian doing exploits in another man's land, except in their own land. Do you know that the number of Nigerians working in the UK in the healthcare sector, we don't have nurses and doctors in Nigeria. They couldn't function well there, but they are doing well here. America has recorded that we are the highest educated set of human beings in the United States of America. Not even compared to the ordinary Americans. We have more degrees. We go to school. What happened to us? How are we not able to translate these same people to good use in Nigeria? And for us to make a deep sense of it all, I want to go back a little bit to slavery. During the slave trade, the white people came, they took us as slaves. They didn't hate us. It was not out of hatred. They came to do business. When they came, they wanted to exchange maybe mirror and some alcohol for the natural resources, which have been the natural deposits in our land, which we don't know how to use anyway. So that's why our king will drink and drink and drink, and in the process, they give them oil, and they took, beneath them, they were taking red oil from us, which was a fair trade. The Portuguese, they traded with us. They give us mirror, and things were going on. At a point in time, the Europeans saw that we have something better to offer than those mineral resources. So they were coming to pick our natural resources, which like the oil then, not this oil now, palm oil. That was what they had. They were coming for that. They saw wood when they got to Africa. They need wood to build houses here. So they saw things that they don't have yet. That's why they came. And one thing they discovered later is that we are strong people. We could do labor. We are very good. We are work. We can work. That's what prompted. That's what motivated slave trade. Then they said, okay, we can do better. Give us human beings, and in return we'll give you alcohol. Shameful though. Yeah, I know they're going to give all the excuse in the world, but that's how people now, our children, our brothers, our sisters are all over the world taken away as slaves. It's not only European. I always say to people, the Arabs started it all. European actually and the Americans did us better by not incarcerating us, because if they had incarcerated us, then our descendants, our lineage would have died off. Thank God that they didn't do that to us. But if you see the Arab world, there's no black people there because you're not allowed to procreate. I think it was a loss on them too, because you just carry a goose and you just waste it. You know, as a white people, you allow them to procreate. But America owns it. You know what? They will take you. You will not give birth to children for your slave master. So you're breeding. They were breeding us. God, what a history we have. And all that said and gone, where are we today? The only thing I'm trying to say there is that we have one thing: human resources. We have the strength. And that was the physical strength then. They needed physical labor. Now, with the little opportunity given to us to go to school, they now see that we have actually the mental capability to cope and even do better. Look at our case in America. Look at our medical doctors being taken away today. So it means that we are not just physically strong, we are mentally strong. We can do exploit, but unfortunately, like I'm going to say, we can see that in the land. It's not showing up in the land. Why? I ask again, the question is why? Why are we not having all this in the land? Let me quickly let's take a look at this in more details. You are blessed with human resources. Now, what brought the white people came earlier was the natural resources. In fact, when the Portuguese landed Sapele, there's nothing they were looking for. We have access to the sea, which is the water, meaning you have fish, you have everything, naturally. Your soil, anything you put in there will bring out all kinds of food. So these people said, oh, like, have you been to somewhere? Say, I am here. This is the promised land. And they begin to do things. You know what they did? They gave us all kinds of companies. Growing up in that area, you know, I can remember the AT&P. That's why most of you were former Midwest. Your parents went to AT&P. They were working in Sapele Farming. They brought all those companies to us. And my people, of all those things they did, we have not done one. So God gave you natural resources. He gave you human resources from my analysis. And actually, some of our systems were actually very good. So they gave us education, yes, but we actually have an education that was working. So we are actually more blessed. Let's put it this way. Now, the CNN has confirmed that the Igbo apprentice system is the best in the world. As they said, is the highest incubator of successful small businesses worldwide. Our educational model. You don't need to go to school to read and write alone. You come and learn with me. You do what I do, and later I will set you up. They said it's the most successful, meaning we were passing knowledge from one person to another. What is education? Education is a means where people pass knowledge from one people, a systematic system, I put it in a systematic structure, where knowledge is passed from one set of people who are the teachers to the student. If you go to school, teachers are there to teach and the students are there to take. In the apprenticeship system, there is a man who knows what he's doing already, maybe a bricklayer, he knows the skill, he passes it on to his trainee. That is education. We call it the informal education. Whatever name you call it, look at me, fool. It is education. But today, meaning we have that one, we have the Western education. What have we done with it? Nothing. We've done nothing with our education. Now, so on a nutshell, they've given us their own, we have our own, meaning we are actually more blessed in Africa because we have our own system before. Now they brought their own, which is two. So are we not supposed to combine the two and make Africa stronger than them? Instead, we've not taken advantage of where God has even put us in the 21st century. Because I'm talking of the past now. Let's look at the 21st century. God has given us all, but we refuse to take advantage of it. Let me talk about the church. Today, Pope died. Yes, a very good one. I said power to Pope already. But let me tell you this. Before the white people came, our forefathers knew God, though. I don't know about you. Maybe your partner don't know God. Maybe your parents didn't know God. My fathers, they knew God. There's a name for God in my language before the Bible came. It's called Ogene. When they were talking about the God, they would say, oh, Ogene Aitana. They were talking about God. That was what we were able to understand. And I want to tell you guys this, and I'll do this before I bring the people in. There's something you guys need to know. That you cannot be taught what is not in you. Let me put it this way. You cannot be taught what is not already in you. How can somebody teach you what is not in you? How do they teach you? When you go to the teacher comes to the classroom and he starts to teach. He begins to talk. He doesn't add any physical thing inside of you. He only makes you realize what is already there. He wakes you up. Oh, you say, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, because that is what the teacher is doing. The teacher is there to make you realize what is there. So meaning God created you in his own image and likeness. There's knowledge deposited in us already. All they need to do is activate it. That's what the teacher does. The teacher said 1 + 1 is 2. 2 + 2 cannot be 6. It's 2 + 4. He begins to prove it. That is an act of a teaching. The teaching does not put anything inside of you. It only wakes up what is already deposited in you. And if you can understand that, meaning we have all the knowledge, we have everything it takes as human beings. If that is the case, my people, how come that you people are not thinking? God, that the same God that taught them, the same God that teach the white people, or the same God that teach them a way to reach him, he didn't give your parents how to reach him. I don't know. Thank God Jesus Christ said there will be no Jews, no Gentiles. If I go to a church, people tell me a Gentile, I leave. You know why? Because I'm not a Gentile. That's according to the Jewish people. You could be Gentiles to them. I'm not a Gentile. I'm a child of God. Sometimes you guys, you Africans have lost it all. There's nothing left. We got it wrong, so wrong. Now we are lost. Now let's put it this way. Question I say ask is, if God has given us all these opportunities, human, natural resources, which was the bulk of the show, the nature and the nurture, which we talked about this week, what are we doing with it? No. The same week, God is even unfolding things to us. This is a very critical week. God now shows how our politicians are cross-carpeting. Now, the issue in Nigeria today, the most interesting thing in Nigeria today is 2027. Not how to tap on the natural resources, not to talk about our deficit. Our only deficit is leadership, because we have the natural resources, we have the human resources, we are lacking Moses. Because if Moses had not come out, the children of Israel would have been there. So we need Moses. Now our Moses are busy cross-carpeting. Obodiwari just crossed from the People's Democratic Party, which they said is a gonorrhea, and he now going into where there is cancer. And I think people will explain that to me. Let me add my people to the show. I'm really angry with my group though, but I will add them. Mary, how are you?
Hi, good morning, Daddy Chris.
Morning. It's become a culture that will come to this show as it is. Why is it so? Engineer.
Morning, sir.
Engineer.
Today's environmental sanitation kept us away, and
I can understand that now. So
quite terrible, and the hold up coming up.
Is it every Saturday or every last Saturday? I need to understand that, so I don't.
Every last Saturday of the month. Funny enough, absolutely nothing being done. There's no environment being cleaned. It's just a democratic lexicon.
Your governor.
Ourselves.
Yes, your governor is
fooling
not
ourselves.
the reality. Yeah, and we're not asking the right question. Why is it so interesting that the most important thing is 2027? Governor Boriwari cross-carpeted. That is the news.
You see, very unfortunately, I've never been so pained in my life. I haven't followed democracy since 1979. I mean, the Second Republic, and that was when we really had, besides the First Republic, I didn't experience, but at the Second Republic, I had an idea, and that was democracy at its highest level in a third world country at that time. We saw practical manifestation of political parties' manifestos. The UPN did what they said they were going to do. The MPN did same. The MPP, the GMPP, and the PRP. 5 political parties. I never for once remembered any political prostitution at that time. And their politics was based on ideology and transparency. In as much as in 1983 we had skirmishes, the first time I saw political violence, that was in Ondo State because of the change of governance, MPN winning from UPN, Omobori Owo, so there was killings, and that in fact the election was rigged. That was when rigging actually did start. Fast forward to what we are saying today. This is a show of shame. I mean, we had 2 of my friends, they are civil rights activists. Both of them resigned their appointment from the government of Oboriwori yesterday. Victor O.J. Wongbox and of course the Buluku man Gwanusho Harrison. And they cited the same thing that, I mean, if you are a man with ideology, with identity, with credibility, even if your principal says it's going for selfish reasons, they all look very foolish to me. Because anywhere you go, that's where we go. Look at
that's the slogan.
You would say.
That is the slogan. That is their slogan.
That's their slogan.
Anywhere you go, we go. Anywhere you go,
anywhere we go. So if it's going to hell fire, we go.
To hell.
And of course, we're already in hell in Delta State. We're already in hell. We don't have power. There's insecurity, and all they are concerned about is how to project for the political calculations for 2027, which is highly disappointing to most of us that know the nitty-gritty of what is happening. Now look at, it's a political calculation that is going to implode within the APC in Delta State. 98% of the core members of the APC, besides though these decampees, were former PDP members. They were insulted by those of them that are decamping there now, that were that were prejudiced, that were I mean, mudslinged, and of course name dropped. And now what is going to happen? I've spoken to some of them. I spoke to Uniche Ubulu, Chief Ima Ejiofor. I spoke with Barrister Uzum. I spoke with the former Agboman. I spoke with Itiakpo. So many of them, you name it. And they are all of the opinion that this is the reduction of credibility and, of course, politicking in Delta State, named Nigeria. I mean, the Delta State government and its collaborators, its composition, are disappointed the electorate. People have turned to zombies. I mean, anywhere you blow the breeze, you see them want to move. This is not political ideology. You wake up and you say, the structure, we are moving the entire structure. Now, expectedly, the governor should be the leader of a political party in the state, but this does not pan out in the APC. And from my political postulations, 2027 is lost if this is the premise, because I don't know, it will be very difficult for Omar Agege to renege his position. Ibori is still aggrieved technically. Of course, it is the caveat that the former governor is using to protect the EFCC investigation, and he coerced the present governor, because there's no way the EFCC will ask questions. And when he asks questions, then we know that so much of the money was used in the elections of 2023, both at the federal and state level. So there will be more investigations. And the only way, because how myopic our kind of democracy is, the only way we can understand the implications is, or rather remove yourself from the implications, is if you join the ruling party, your sins are forgiven. Even Jesus Christ didn't do it that way when he was forgiving sinners and the 2 thieves. No, you must earn it. But yet, you don't earn it. You coerce it. You manipulate it. And what a shame. I have told them, both on TV programs, I made it clear that we are leading a pathway to democratic Bermuda Triangle. We are leading a pathway to democratic, and I really don't know, abyss. The hellfire we are going to face right now It's the kind of hellfire that we have never seen before. And I'm telling you something, bros. You are looking at Delta State. Look at the mockery we made of ourselves all over the country. Look at the mockery. Everybody is disappointed. It shows the gullibility. Even Esau that sold his birthright, we feel very elated with what he has seen now. That wow, politicians are even worse than me. Even my selling of my birthright is more honorable than what the PDP in Delta State is doing right now. And I am telling you of the opinion that what we are seeing right now is going to create an implosion in the democratic architecture of this state, going to create an implosion in the trajectory of governance. And of course, we are looking at the implications from outside. I laugh when people say, the calculations, it will smooth sail for Boriwari in 2017. It does not follow. APC has presently constituted in Delta State before the Tinkampi are people that already agreed. Look at the quality of the executive. Look at the mediocre. Most of them cannot speak English. Most of them cannot put 2 or 3 sentences together. Yes, I tell them everybody can talk, but not everybody can communicate. Majority of our executive members in this state cannot communicate. Even when we write speeches for them, even to coerce those to understand and relate those speeches without holding to the paper is laughable. You see some of them, after you have written speech for them and they want to read it public, it is expected that you just flow. They will go in with this narrative. I, the Honorable Commissioner, for this is the speech of the Honorable Commissioner. I mean, you are holding, if it's your speech and you assume you wrote it, you wouldn't start reading it in that affirmation that the Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Zone, and the speech of the Honorable. That is the level we have reduced administration and leadership to. Mediocrity, mediocres ruling over technocrats because of the failure of democratic norms. We see nuisances in government. We see political jobbers in government. We see hungry men and women in government. We see women prostituting to remain irrelevant in government. We see political prostitution among politicians to remain relevant in government. I am sick and tired of all this. I'm pained.
And my question, engineer, this is a big one. I think I maybe it's only me. I can't see how the reconciliation going to take place. Omar Gege was very aggrieved. He was the candidate of the APC during the election. So is Omar Gege going to accept a lesser position now, or they're going to tell him to go back to Senate? Now I'm going to say this. The question is, I'm naming them. Oh, okay.
Sir Chris, do not forget. Besides the Boris daughter, the Boris candidate for the election at that time for PDP was negotiated to be a day where the Boris still agreed with Okowa.
Yes.
A day was supposed to be the agreed candidate. And after all the postulations, you could see, if you look at last 2023, there were a lot of betrayers, especially from the present Dikampis. Betrayers. Yes. Look, let me tell you something. APC will not want to go down with this camping PDP. I am telling you what is happening. There's going to see a lot of people remaining in PDP. They'll say they didn't camp with the governor, because what they did is not democracy. Are you creating a semblance of no opposition? Without opposition, democracy cannot thrive. Are you creating? You look at what they have stolen. If you know what these people have stolen, you see somebody that doesn't have any moment, it becomes. I don't want to mention their names. I know them. When he becomes a government official, he will build a house in Asaba. One will be in Warri or Saple or Ogele, as his constituency might be. They will build a house in Abuja. They will buy a house in Dubai. Then the only business they are interested in is building hotels or lounges. No one has built a factory. No one has thought, when they meet at the state executive meeting, that they should ask the governor, how can we resuscitate Eternit roofing shit in Saple? How can we resuscitate AT&P in Saple? How can we resuscitate Songhai data to empower more youths? How can we resuscitate Asaba Textile Mill? How can we resuscitate Delta Glass Company in Ughelli, change to Better Glass Company? How can we help? How can we liaise with partners to resuscitate Delta Steel Company? How can we resuscitate NMPC? How can we have our own refinery as an oil and gas producing state, so that we can have our own refinery, have our own national grid, we'll be able to create competition in the market? We don't need to depend entirely on NEPA. We can have our own independent power supply for the entire state. We have gas deposits everywhere. We have residual oil reserves in so many places, and the government is not talking. All they are concerned about the federal allocation, fact sharing. And you see, now look at the local governments. Let me tell you something. I am so pained, and I'm going to keep saying it. I tell them to their faces, why I don't beg politicians for money. I tell them as it is. I don't patronize them because they are all ignoble. I don't have any business with them. So I tell them, if I don't care who source is God, the that I'm using to talk now is painful. Now look at the local government chairman. I grew up with a mentality during holiday on grade C roads, that's H roads, to grade them. And most times when we're on holiday, we play on this sound, pending when it will get to your area, when they will come and grade your area. You understand? All the local government councils then, we had 19 local governments in Bender State or thereabouts. All of them had their own personal tractors. They had excavators. They had tippers. Local government was truly grassroots represented. And we had public works department. I think the one that locally did local government roads. Now, fast forward to what we have now. It's a local government structure of sharing, buying, sharing and sharing, looting and sharing. Now, the federal allocation comes. All they think about, even the councillors that are representatives of the people, they collude with the state and the local government chairman and the state chairman, the political party. They pay money to the party. They pay like a little money to the party to remain relevant. Now, you ask us to desilt our dreams. Today is environmental. It will shock you. Go around the city of Asaba. Not one local government tipper or hired tipper by the local government is going around packing the silt, the fields that has been fetched out of our drainages. And you expect to for months, over 6 months, most of them are still by the Robota side, and nobody has packed them. Then when it's election time, you come and deceive those that are gullible. Share wrappers for them. Share 1 kg of rice for them. Share ground oil for them. And the foolishness of the electorate can never be overemphasized. We are a product of the society we created. We created the society. Both the leadership and the followership. The wickedness I see, because the people that are leaders today, they were once followers. And it is what they saw that they look, we are good at
copy evil. We're good at copying evil. You know, we're very good at copying evil.
And remodeling a system. Corruption is so weakened. The institutions have been so weakened to a level that they cannot act. Look at security men. Security men will be escorting thieves in Agbada. Security men, policemen will be escorting people that have looted the economy dry. Security policemen will lie down. A foreign make a mockery of you, be sharing money. Is that the hunger? Meanwhile, the common man you're supposed to protect is seeking for security. What are we going to in this country? A small councillor, we have 2 mobile policemen doing what? You go to the UK, go to America, go to Canada, go to Australia. You don't see
Yahoo boy get police. Yahoo boys get police escort.
Yahoo boys have security is made available for everybody.
No, Yahoo boys have
Yahoo boy, there are plenty for here. Come and Sabah here. They go carry somebody go fix. Yes, with human head inside the boots, police have go throw away face. It's sickening enough. We can't build this country like this. Mary, you are looking.
Engineer,
but don't cry, Mary. Take heart. We are healing gradually. I can see the pains in your eye, Mary. Sorry, eh? Yes.
Very
anger in my heart. Anger. If I see.
And it's, I can feel sorry for.
Thank God you are smiling now, Mary. If you come into my heart now, you run away. It's very hot.
No, Mary cannot understand. You can only like see is the frustration to see children see their country falling. The fortunate thing is these children don't know better. If you grow up in my time, when my secondary school teacher was Joseph Tejahan from India, additional mathematics, my chemistry was Joseph John, a Pakistani. Nigerians was not like this. If you get admitted to the university, you get even student bursary. You go to the hostel, you eat well. Oh, if you children knew the Nigeria we grew up with, and you know the funniest thing, it's those fools that benefited from that system that are destroying it today. Most of the people in government today, their parents were nobody.
They're killing the system.
Yeah, the people in government today, their parents were nobody.
Yes, nobody.
Their parents were nobody. So for you now to take advantage of
Yes.
Nigeria and you are here today raping Nigeria, it's shame on you, man. It's not anybody. If they were evil children that were born, who were look at the history of those people now. Maybe that's how poverty works. When a poor man comes out to see money that he has not seen before, they misbehave. Maybe that's what we see. If not, why would they? You see, what I cannot understand is what they're going to do with the money. Okowa has raped the system. This is what is going on now. It's okay. We're going to name him. Okowa, you can take me anywhere. I'll go open book for you. What happened to the 1.3 trillion? You know what? You hear that? 1.3 trillion accusation from the EFCC. It's not me. Now, Okowa is automatically free. By the time he was carpeted, of course, that case is dead. The other stupid boy, what they call him, Yaya Bello, Olodo, who the FCC were chasing for years, is now a free man. Make we comment. You know, the responsible government of Tinubu. You know what? Let's repeat it. The responsible government of Tinubu. Tinubu opened his mouth and said responsible government. Do you know what is responsible government, President Tinubu? Is this a joke? Responsible government. Is that how you become responsible? By letting thieves go free. Tinubu has never seen anything wrong in stealing. He's displaying it every day. And now children's future are at stake, sir. You know, and when they talk, you say, no, leave them alone. Look at the person. In fact, we are really in trouble. With Akpabio Senate presidency, Tinubu president, and now Wike in charge of the judiciary, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. That's what you see. Now people are, look at what Obodo would have done. At least the least you would have done for us. It's so remember where you are. Now my prayer is this. I am praying that I'll be supporting Atiku now. For the first time, if Atiku and Obi will form a union that can attack these people, I will be supporting them. I will never.
About if they can work.
Yes, I think
it's one thing to make noise. I think that Showore has been coming out to talk countless times this period. At least,
I think so in the prevailing.
But at least he has been countering what they have been doing, right? Even though we know that
Showore is a better critic.
There is a possibility.
Yeah.
And the Christians don't like Showore.
I bet you.
They will. It's an activist. It's not a politician.
Have to swallow a lot of pride. Somebody has to swallow pride between the both of them now, and allow democracy to thrive. Now,
they are saying
Dr. Chris, could I tell you something? Do you know why I laugh at those of them decamping? If you remember vividly 2023 election, Labour Party won in the entire country without having one state governor. Do you remember? Forget the original. They won that election, but they didn't have a state governor. Labour Party was not even recognized. But then it was the force of the people. And I see that force reenacting. You might have all the structure, you might deceive the gullible that you took the structure of PDP to the APC. You know, governors too, they didn't believe in him, but we the people believed in him. And that is what I am saying. You know, Nigerians were very emotional.
Yes.
Nigerians are very emotional. You know something, because of the attitude, the stupidity in their style of decamping, the way people are decamping, people might be emotional and follow any opposition coalition that comes and say this.
All I can say is any opposition is better than APC today. Listen, any opposition is better than APC for Nigeria today.
Presently, any opposition, SRTV political party, we are better. Anywhere, even if we form a political party on this TV station, we are better. Yes. No matter what, it's a force. Which rally around the electorate with the way. Look, they're going to be a mass. Follow me. In the next 2 weeks, we're going to see mass defections in PDP, mass defection of people, or resignation rather, of political appointees in Delta State. I bet it's in the next 2 weeks. 2 have already gone.
I know what I'm waiting to see. My guy, engineer, you know what I'm waiting for? I want to hear from someone like Ibori's daughter, from Mama Agege, from Ibori, from Deria, whether these people are even welcome to the camp. Even if they say it will be in the lips. Because they don't want to be governor. You think Obori, when you're going there, they're going to welcome you?
I was privileged to. I was privileged to, yes, I was privileged to have Chief Imaejo for the Oniche Ubulu. Is a stalwart, a former PDP, a founding member of PDP, is from Delta North here. He came on my program on Delta Broadcasting Service. And I asked him this question you just asked me. You know, is it going to just be a smooth integration? Have decamped, yes, that's not a problem. But they will come and sit down and we will tell them how we run APC, what we want and what we do. They are subject to former PDP members that formed the core of APC now in Delta. We had a lot of decampees in Delta State. You know the foolishness. I will come to this statement. You know the foolishness of politicking. There was a political decamping by so many supporters of the NDDC managing director. These are PDP stalwarts in the Car region. Look, most of their supporters. Ganduje came, I think it was 2 weeks today. Ganduje came to Agbo. You know, Agbo is different from, that's a Car South. He came there and they received it in Paripaso the same day, the same time. Okowa and his cohorts in PDP were in his village in Owa-Alero accepting the campees, accepting the campees from the PDP, or rather from the APC to the PDP, and indicating the fact that these people are truly a reflection of the will of the people. And what a paradox. A week later now, we are carrying the full structure. Look, our politicians don't have shame. They need a shame.
No, there's no shame. This is the highest.
That is where I have a problem. No integrity, no personality, no identity, no. They're not the shame. Our politicians definitely look, sir. If the person say naked bar for rain, naked bar for rain. To get your position, they go naked bar for rain. They not get shame.
You not see that man when go naked, they go pray for Tinubu.
People are saying that even if all the governors defect to APC, it doesn't mean that that will not determine the winner, right? Come 2027. But the truth is, for example, now we have APC members, governor of Delta State. Tell me how PDP will win in Delta State, because they want to make sure that they work towards APC winning that state. The same thing goes to both Edo State and every other state that has APC as their
now, if there's a free and fair election, they will not win.
Well, we know we don't. They are not talking about how we will not be using PVC. They are trying to even worsen the whole situation. So like,
I know.
They're already doing their thing with the PVC. And
so why did they just keep to that? Why waste our time for election? Continue. We're gonna have top 10.
When they are sustained, look at they have made Fura to succumb now. To APC, and the only reason he will switch to APC is if he does not switch to APC, how can he emerge the winner again for a second term? That's another thing, because I know that maybe they have sorted their issue for them to have that meeting.
No, let me tell you how.
Why are they getting everybody they want?
Let me tell you how. I want.
All right. Engineer was just gonna throw weight on that.
Why is nobody saying no to their offer? I'm still waiting to hear if Enugu State governor will join, because Enugu State is PDP state. I'm still waiting to hear if they will.
Oh, you see, have a PDP state in the north. Okay, it's nice to have one PDP left.
If it's PDP, you can't even get Anambra. It will be difficult because that one is Apga. Only Apga that normally wins in Anambra. So I don't know how they are going to get those people. But the thing is, why is it that nobody is saying no? Why are all of them accepting? Is it that the conditions they are giving to them is what they cannot fight?
Maybe because it's the only politics is the only business in Nigeria. If you don't have the politics on your side, you will be hungry. So it's about Okowa and everybody. We know, not because we love you, even if you beat us like this, it's like somebody give money to a woman to sleep with her. You're sleeping with her, not because she loves you. We know you are controlling her with money. We can deal with that. So use us. But between you and God, you know that you are paying for these services. And if you are paying a prostitute, we're prostitute right now. If not, why would they even dare? For them to dare do this, they know that we are nobody. I think Nigeria, the Delta voters should be angry, because if you are believed to have a say in your head, they will not decamp and expect you to follow them. How did they carry you along? What do they mean by that? What was it even this? In fact, for a governor to take this step, he will prepare us. He will tell us why. Look at what is going on. He didn't do anything. He just get up one morning and say, I've changed. I'm now APC because
that is that communication you're talking about. They just do anything they like, and they feel like it's their right. No reason to communicate to your people. There is no any level of transparency.
Now
all of that.
Daddy Chris.
Yes. Nigeria.
You see, let me tell you something, something that is an enigma. Now, when you look at the reason that they gave for the camping and picking of the camping, a lot of their political appointees, local government chairmen and all that were shocked. They didn't even know what was planning, what was cooking. Now, the reason they gave was the crisis in the PDP. Daddy Chris, if you have a crisis in your marriage, will you run away and pursue another one, stay with another woman that is married with her husband instead of settling your own marriage? Would you run away from your?
You're not moving to another family.
From your marital issues.
You're not moving to another family.
Another family Ubaka and his wife are living well. Let me leave my own and go and stay with Ubaka and his wife. You don't know their own problems. That is the scenario that just transpired. It shows the depth of the kind of leaders we have. They are leaders with low self-esteem. I expected, you are the party, you have the structure on ground. What stops you as a political party to rally around and see how the PDP can be resuscitated? Give energy, even if they say coalition and the coalition isn't working, or you don't think.
When I heard the news the first time,
has made a mockery of PDP governors and PDP National Working Committee. PDP. I remember when they used to say the biggest
political party in Africa. And all of them now, they are the same people. If you see them, even if I village,
reprimand Wike when he started what he thanked us.
Why did he join Okowa?
That's when the problem started. And now they are
good
observation. Why Governor Sharif scared? He didn't do anything. He did not borrow money to do any project in Delta State. So it means his hands are clean. Why is he scared? Why did he decamp? You would have said the PDP. This is a very, very credible leader. Why is this scared? What are they hiding? Now, why did he join Okowa?
It's good to have
Mary,
people. You know what is so funny?
Mary, a couple of weeks back. A couple of weeks back, Daddy Chris was always complaining about projects that's been carried out in Delta State. And we saw clips when the governor will come on air when it's paymasters, those ignorant Oktoku people, the information people, those social media, they will come and start saying, yes, nothing, no opposition in Delta State. That his works will speak for him. This project will speak for him. So is it 2 weeks ago they were saying this, and this is 2 weeks after. So his projects will not speak for him again. His works will not speak for him again. That you carry yourself and make yourself. Daddy Chris, they are going to suffer in this APC. Most of the people that have been there are my friends. I know them. We talk. They are going to put them in such a way. Like, look at the proposal they are bringing. This is a classified information. Now, the camping PDP, they brought a proposal that they will have a sharing formula 60-40. They're going to, next week or next 2 weeks, they're going to change cabinet in Delta State. They have not had consultations with APC yet. Now, they said they will take 60% of the appointments and give the old APC 40%. You can see what they do with our life. We're not restricting to this topic.
That is interesting.
It's a common thing all over the country.
I like this. I was going to ask about the sharing formula now, because you're not going to come to my party and you're going to expect that I'm going to work with you with the existing cabinet. That's a good one. So all of them will be commissioners now. When I know say my job don't go.
After you have insulted me
today, when I know say my job don't go, you cannot dictate for these new guys.
We go quarrel to the end.
Wait, and another thing, but wait, maybe you ask a very good question. Let's look at this to people. Supposing Okowa even want to decamp because he's running because they're going to put him in prison.
Yeah.
Is Sheriff a coward? Who is Sheriff? Is he a human being? I'm sorry. You know, it's difficult. I don't want to insult this boy, but he's really the biggest shame of our time. Sheriff is the biggest shame of today. If Sheriff doesn't have a say, why did he choose to be good to run for government? If you don't have your own say, Sheriff, if you make the decision based on your interest, I can understand. But it's obvious that it's Okowa. You know, when I heard the news newly, I said, oh, Sheriff finally said goodbye to Okowa.
So this is working with Okowa. That's the truth.
Okowa is the one that is calling the shot. Okowa is the one calling this shot. I was thinking that, oh, Sheriff
never leave Okowa. They leave, but they never leave. They are still there controlling things. So how can
but who is Sheriff to carry Okowa destiny in his head? You have been made governor. Okowa was made governor a day. Now it's your turn. Must you follow Okowa destiny?
Now,
my papa said, instead of you to burn food, make you burn tea.
Daddy Chris.
Sir.
Daddy Chris, probably you are not understanding the interconnectivity between Sheriff and Okowa. Maybe that's why you're saying who is Sheriff. There is no way they would dig into the 1.37 trillion without referencing the present governor. So now, and if you look at the decamping, Okowa did not come out to decamp before Sheriff. Sheriff said he was decamping with the PDP structure in Delta State alongside the former governor, so that it didn't look like Okowa was the person that projected himself. But I was looking at the entire PDP structure. They had I want to call it an interlocutory session with both past National Assembly members, present National Assembly members, caucus, things exchanged hands. There was agreement of so many things, and the pronouncement had to be made by the governor. That was the caveat, because Okowa knew if he had come out directly, there might be a problem. There might be a ripple effect. So it's good, as the governor has become the leader of the party in the state, to make that declaration. But then it took so many of them unawares. The world chairman, the local government chairman, they were surprised. I have some that
engineer,
they don't have a choice.
Engineer, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. The money Okowa spent,
yes,
the Sheriff is the biggest fool of our time, because the money Okowa stole, 90% went to the federal level, wanting to be president. You know, the little one they spent in Delta wouldn't have even hurt. You know what I'm talking about? 1.3 trillion is what they're investigating, not all the money. Then to tell you how much they have spent in that election. Not the Bolivarian election, the national president, the national election. Okowa, you see, Delta State has been so unlucky from day one. I'm going to say this. If Bori used our money in his time to bring Yaradua to power, Delta people should be crying. If the moment his tenure was finished, Ibori was spending our money to bring Yaradua, he succeeded. He brought Yaradua to power. Ibori's money, Delta State money, not Ibori's money, Delta State money. Now, if you follow Oduwa has spent our last money to help Goodluck Jonathan. If you remember, during the election, they declared our election last. We got Goodluck won. Our money don't go. Now, come again. Okowa spent the remaining money on the last election. Now, Oboriwari couldn't even wait for his own. He's wasting the last money. In fact, he has finally sold us. Not even money alone now. At least the other two, they traded with money. Now, Oboriwari trade with us. And what is happening today? When I go to Rubu platform, it's different thing I speak to them. But what is happening to people in Delta State? They should be crying. As even Nigeria, you know, the funniest thing in America, we're talking now, Delta State is the richest state in Nigeria. Let me repeat, it's the richest state in Nigeria. If you put Delta State resources together, Delta State will be better than Dubai. Only Delta. But look at the state. Crumpled. All we hear is what went to prison. I know there were political undertone in it, but look at how unfortunate Delta State have been blessed with leaders. We have been so punished with leaders. If they punish us at all, the leaders. And now, but you want to come closer. You don't close the chapter. But you want to close the chapter. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I swear to Mary. Sometimes money it's like there's nothing money cannot cause. We've all sold our conscience to money. Because it's not because the people following them now, it's not because they love them. They are afraid. How would they feel? Because the only business in Nigeria is politics. If you oppose them today, how are you going to get your money? So everybody is quiet because if you oppose them, that's what you're going to get. So where is our pride? Oh God. You see, and tomorrow, you know what will happen? All of you go to church. What are you telling God?
No,
what are you going to tell God tomorrow?
Yes.
When you go to church tomorrow,
all of them we go to church. Now, it will shock you to know that. Let me tell you something. It will shock you. What you are saying has already happened. Let me clear you. Now, I will tell you that a day after that decamping, one of the commissioners from Ndukwa West and one of the SSAs of the Success and Anoka from Ndukwa West local government, they went to their village to tell the people that they are decamped anywhere they go. Say they don't decamp, follow Ogago APC. The same people you told like 2 weeks before that APC.
Oh, my Sherman of my local government, don't come out.
The pit of hell. APC is a heartbreaker. It's like a woman that breaks your heart every day. That's APC.
Exactly.
But then a week later, you say, look at the and this tomorrow, I am betting you, and I will bring you visuals to that effect. Tomorrow, I'm going to bring you visuals to that effect. You will see politicians go to church to give thanksgiving for the smooth decamping from PDP to APC. If they don't do it, my name is not Michelle. I am telling you what we have. I will bring visuals. I will send it to Nigeria now. You will see they will do it. That's the level of political abyss that we have gotten to. Shamelessness, ignominy, lack of.
Oh, you see, Mary.
The
good question you ask. If Nukowa not get sense, if Nukowa they say we head, what do you consign Sheriff inside? Sheriff, you get your papa, you get your mama. Now the same day they born you at Nukowa, if we make you governor, who call not the person make you governor.
So
Nukowa was not loyal to the man that made him governor. No, Mary. So you cannot blame Nukowa. Now Sheriff be Mumu. Nukowa was not loyal to Ibori. At the point I told Ibori to go to hell. Why can't Sheriff? Why could Sheriff now be Mumu to Nukowa? If Sheriff they fear, Ibori there to back up. You understand? If you say, okay, I don't even like I don't like Nukowa, you don't get problem because you get big brothers. What's wrong with you? What Sheriff did makes no sense. Not to himself, not to the state, not even to the party. What about the followers? What about your community people, Sheriff? Pride, you lost her. I ask you, because of Okure. Sheriff, are they talk because of Okure? Our ancestors, they watch and waiting and they do so. Our forefathers are watching. I know so I will say in Jesus' name. Nobody like Jesus. Our papa then when don't die, then they cry for land, for the ground. They dig the ground. Then they swallow person. They are about they swallow people. When I don't believe saying like the day again. And it's such a stupidity. Sometimes they go to Catholic church today, Pope don't die and I go join saint. Maybe you know the Catholic. When would they go and live? Send this, pray for me. Send this, pray for me. Send this, pray for me. But my partner, if you pray for me, then they worry now. We're coming down another day. Maybe when I go to church, I'm a Catholic.
Let's not go there. Chris, Una.
Daddy Chris.
How did you do yourself now? You're no longer a Catholic.
He get on better past many people now.
It better a good religion. Not people talk and say not better.
Daddy Chris, so you're a Catholic. Why are you personalizing it that I am?
He become better well.
A Catholic.
Wait, Mary, I say you are now. You are a Catholic now, so.
But you're also a Catholic, so I said that you're also a Catholic. That both of us are Catholics. So don't make me look like.
What I'm saying is that, Mary, what I'm asking, not verse for that one. The question I ask is simple. As a Catholic, would they say, St. Patrick pray for us, St. Felix pray for us, but your papa not fit pray for you.
Democratic check that we found ourselves right now.
Those people are dead,
And
maybe. I think they see
the
their life.
camping of
Those
our
people, when they
governor
say
is
pray for you, so
nothing
they're
to
not
write
there.
home about.
You can add them
see-
now. It depends on your belief. You can add them. to your own.
Well,
If-
now,
if-
I only know because
if
of
Mary
this.
was in Asaba, she will understand our pains more.
You know,
If Mary
it's
was in
like-
Asaba,
I
if you
understand.
die Asaba, you will understand why we dey cry.
Benny,
Daddy
you
Chris,
can-
I like
how
you.
can Benny Bakpa, one of my young man, I love him well. He said, how can you be in the ocean and you are washing your face with saliva? That's what is going on in Delta State. We are in ocean, we are swimming with wealth, but with the face with saliva until they wash face. It get to stop, and it's because of activities of people like, when I started the show, I said Nigeria, what we're looking for now is Moses. But what is our Moses doing? They are cross carpeting and in a shameful way. Let's
The
go on a
Moses
quick
come,
break.
we don't see put the Moses.
It can happen.
Yeah. I think we'll go on a quick break. When we come back, I don't think we have chance to leave this topic today. What Oboriwori has done, are you in support of it, Nigerians? I mean, you are another dentist. You yourself, you be Obama. What is the sense in it? Not because it's your brother. No, say the truth to yourself so that when you go to church and talk, or when your papa, our ancestors, when they see us, if not believe in ancestors again, like I said to Mary just now, when I would say, St. Patrick, pray for me, St. This, pray for me, our papa not pray for us. But I still believe
You
in
can
them.
add
They are watching.
You can add your own. It depends on your belief. Add your own.
Ready? I the carry tree come meet my own. I go pour I dey pour liberation to that. Papa,
Nobody stop you.
who tell you something they do am? And who gets sense? Any Yoruba man wey not do am mumu. You don't get destiny. Because I tell many of them say they go join ancestors, so you go ancestors. When they bury you for here, when they bury you for here, now you go ancestors, you go join. They go beat you, they go discriminate you here, they
You
go
don't know the
discriminate
names
you
of all
here.
the ancestors, so they add the one they know. So you add your own.
I will add my own. I don't add my, I maybe add my own a special one. Let's go on a break. Maybe one we get attack. We'll come back, we'll continue this.
Nigeria Week London 2025. It's time to celebrate the pulse of Africa's most exciting nation. Nigeria Week London 2025 is coming to Hippodrome Theatre from July 24th to 26, 2025, showcasing the best in Nigerian arts, music, fashion, and investment opportunities. Whether you're looking to discover the future of real estate, explore Nigeria's culinary masterpieces, or get immersed in an electric Afrobeat performance, this is the event of the year. You can also join us for a film festival, cultural dance spectacles, and the recognition awards. Don't miss out on the business opportunities and cultural experiences waiting for you. Book your tickets now before they're gone on eventbrite.co.uk. Call or text +447 438 893 190 or 080 330 46768 or +447 459 071 747. Visit our website superiorradioandtelevision.com. Nigeria Week London 2025. Nigeria Week London 2025, celebrating the best of Nigeria, is partnered with Civil Society, scaling up nutrition in Nigeria.
Yeah, welcome back, people. It's the weekly bulletin on the African Renaissance Television. And we have been looking at the political climate in Nigeria. It's not a bad thing. It's not as if it's new. But, this is painful because this is a country, like we said, is blessed with natural and human resources. Now, if you bring this matter home, if you look at Delta State blessed with human and natural resources. But what are we getting today? What are we getting in Delta State today? The people that are supposed to lead us, like the children of Israel, I said it again, those of you that go to church, the children of Israel would have remained in Egypt had Moses not come out. Now the people who are supposed to take us, e.g., Oboriwori, Okowa, Odoa, Ibori, they are the one actually putting us in hell. They left us alone. Or look at the way they're leading us. Okay, let's say Oboriwori is not leading us out to heaven. So Oboriwori, do you think now that Oboriwori taking you from the PDP to the APC is the journey of the 21st century? I was thinking that we are hungry. Oboriwori should be addressing our hunger. That Delta State is so blessed with so much that we need to activate all we have, and so that we can be rich again. I never knew it's about cross carpeting. And my shame today is what the Mary has observed. If, I repeat, if Okowa has his destiny to fulfill, must Oboriwo follow? Because as it is, Okowa has a destiny to fulfill. He's running from hell. Okowa is due to die in hell. He's running from hell. He knows how much he has stolen. Our money is again used for Atiko's election. Now he's been sidetracked. Now he's saving his head. Must Oboriwo follow that destiny?
Making it look like he has been working with the money he's getting from the state and all of that. So I really do not see the reason why he has to defect to
the camp. Yeah, that's a good question. Let's add okay. You guys in Asaba, I get well done, sir. A very good morning to you. Is it this morning? Oh, good afternoon to you in Asaba. Engineer Mr. Baka.
Yes.
I call you Chief Baka.
Chris.
Professor Obaka.
And Mary.
Yes. Well, no, I've been lamenting, and I'm really still lamenting. What I see here is,
Well done, sir.
let's put this show in context, and I want people watching.
You didn't author the book of lamentation of the Bible now, so why would you be lamenting?
I'm saying, well, it is meant for us to use. You know, maybe it's designed for us. Look at the issue is this.
Your lamentation may have been premised on the fact that you expected a decent level of comment from some of them.
No,
maybe
I'm expecting
if you actually have a realistic understanding of what is playing out, that we are not yet there. We are.
I think I'm just talking about the reality program.
What is happening is about survivalism. People try to gang up, come together. What is the focus is how to harness power, how to get at power control, and not necessarily for service, but for purposes of aggrandizement. So what has happened in Delta State, somebody, as a matter of fact, called it political Armageddon. Some other people said the PDP ship, which has been sailing smoothly since 1999, just got swallowed up by APC and all that. But reality check is this: we do not have the institutions to deliver unfair action, and so if Oborowore remains in PDP and he goes into election in 2027, he is not going to have a second tenure, and so he has gambled that he would rather surrender 2 years ahead of that election. He would rather surrender so that he can negotiate, settle the likes of Omo Agege, who could be given an ambassadorial position, settle the likes of, because he would have gone into 2027 election as a general without an army. Army in quote, because the army in Nigerian politics is not the people. The people are not factored in. He was to go into that election without 3 senators. Delta State has 3 senatorial districts, South, Central, and North. The 3 have been under the control of APC. So APC has, as it were, been successfully taking away the carpet from him. And so when his political godfather, mooted this idea, with, of course, the Bori factor. When they mooted this idea, it was like a smooth sail for him. Is it in order? Is it democratic? Is it in the interest of the people in Delta State? Certainly not. It's the most shocking, most amazing political decision that has been taken. And I saw one of the papers today. Their cover story has to do with the defection in Delta State and the battles ahead. because now politically Ibori and Okowa, they have not been on the same page. We all do know that Ibori's preferred governorship candidate was Edevie, who, of course, the Delta Unity Group. But those people have been more or less, they have been settled by the federal government with NDDC, you know, and so the Okowa fact. But of course, it did appear as if politically, Oborowore was to settle for either one tenor with all the unanswered questions, because for whatever Okowa is being investigated for, don't also forget that the current governor gave, as a speaker, gave approval to it. So wherever you are taking Okowa to, he too will be answerable. And as such, the game players in Asura have made all these chess open on the table, you know. And having seen that, it's about how do I survive? I do not want to go to, I do not want to be invited by EFCC. Neither do I want
as a sitting governor. Hello, Chifu Baka.
The greatest.
No, Chifu Baka. Let me correct this.
If this game is allowed, if PDP is not rebuilt, and if
Chifu Baka, let me say this. As a sitting governor, Oborowore is covered. And
the greatest
is a coward. Oborowore, what he moved is an action of cowardice. Let me put it this way. Let's put this in proper context today. Don't forget, when I started this show, I tried to put this in context. We'll talk about the strength of the Nigerian people, the strength of the Nigerian resources. That God has given us enormous human and natural resources. If we bring that to Delta State, we are most blessed in the world. We have oil, we have rich land, we have everything you can think of. So what we're looking for is Moses, who will take us from where we are to that place. And the only way, what the job of Moses this time, is not to take people to promised land. And let me say this, even when they say, I will take you to a promised land, that the land is filled with milk and honey, it's about the food in the land. The land is about the food. They say, Moses, you are going to take this boat to the land I promised your father. The land is filled with milk and honey. So it's about the milk and honey. We have milk and honey. We need a governor who can bring it out. And that was why we had Oborowore. Instead of Oborowore to concentrate on that, now they're playing this cheap politics. Oborowore is blessed. He has been doing good work as a governor. There is nothing that will say that he cannot win the next election. Nobody says so. In fact, the guy is the weakest soul mentally. Oborowore would have won the next election easily. Who's gonna stop him? He has the apparatus of the state. He has the instrument of the state. The federal government, in fact, he can be at loggerhead with the federal government. There's nothing they're going to do to him. He has his own state to run. We don't have war in Delta State. You're not going to pass state of emergency in Delta State. We're not stupid. So what is Tinubu going to do? It was Okowa's predicament that pushed this man.
Tinubu will do much.
And it's a shame.
Tinubu will do much. Tinubu will do much. The understanding is this: the reality check on ground is that, by their estimation, 4 years is just not enough. 4 years is just not enough. In 2 years, you are paying the debt you inherited. The other 2 years, you are struggling to see what legacies you can leave behind. So reality check on ground is that 4 years is not enough. And if you stop in 4 years, then you may have been a failure.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait. Chief Bubaka, is 4 years not enough? 8 years is enough? There's no time it's ever going to be enough. No time will ever be enough. If Oborowore want to work, he would have made a history by just doing his own thing. By doing his own thing. And Oborowore would have won the next election without any sweat. Who's going to win it? How are you going to win Oborowore in the state? How? He has no feather, no
Not,
tick. He has
not,
nothing. That
not
guy has no
in
balls.
Nigerian situation. INEC is not independent enough to declare
No,
him a winner.
no,
We have
no,
seen it happen in Edo State.
no.
We have
I
seen it
refuse
happen
that.
in Ondo.
I refuse that.
The current INEC cannot declare you a winner based on the vote of the people.
Are you
The
saying
current INEC cannot declare
the
you
current
a winner.
INEC?
The
Wait. The
guy
current
took
INEC. Let the current INEC go and declare Kano
step
State.
he took to negotiate the 7.
Chief Ibaka, the current INEC cannot change the result in Kano State. They can't change the result in Adamawa State. Is it only in the south they're going to change the result? Why did they not make the whole state APC? Why have they not done so? In fact, Tinubu can do nothing.
Not just
do nothing.
that INEC will not declare you. Even the electoral tribunal and the Supreme Court will also cannot also give you justice.
No, I disagree.
So the institutions are weak.
Wait. Oboriwa has gone to court severally. Why did they not move him out? After the election, he has been to court on many count charges. Why did they not kick him out? He's a coward. In fact, this is a man listening to Okowa and Okowa alone. Oh, Benny, listen to me. The guy has faced many cases after the election. Why did they not kick him out? If they want to kick him out, they would have kicked him out. Why did they not? Why are you saying that they will not allow him to win the next election? Don't blame me. In fact, blaming the Tinubu on this one. No, Tinubu has nothing to do with this. Leave Tinubu alone. Because you'll be blaming Tinubu for this rubbish. These are words of cowardice from Obono is a coward. Okowa is a thief. Very bad boy. And I can't see you Okowa now with Ibori being in the same table. Make we see how I go play. Oh, Ibori, you neglected. You told to go to hell. Now you're going to him. How are you going to play it out? We want to see.
You're still going to meet him again. Someone is saying you go to hell.
Because Ibori know you now. You know if they trust you again, you're going to do the second one. So you're going to sit with him now, and Ibori will be looking at you. Welcome, man. Hey, you don't see Mumu. Ibori is stronger than that.
Yeah, that's the danger ahead. That's the danger ahead. That is the danger ahead, and it will be most intriguing, most interesting to see how it plays out, because we want to see how the reconciliation between Okowa and the Bori will play out. We want to see how the power will be shared in terms of a state ESCO, and we want to see how the structure that is moving from PDP into APC will now metamorphose into who emerges as the governorship candidate for the APC, and the mode of the emergence. Is it to be determined from Abuja? Is it going to be by fiat from Abuja? Is it part of the agreement they entered into in you coming that your second tenor ticket will be automatic? Those are the details that we will see how it emerges. But the truth remains, and we must not run away from the truth, that what has happened it doesn't show maturity in democracy. It doesn't show the making of anybody that can be called a statesman. You know, on my way to the studio, I saw PDP coastal buses that were lined up, that were being taken to where they are to be repainted, into APC color. You understand? So, the issue of then I also asked myself, yes, these PDP coastal buses by this time on Monday will be wearing APC. But what about the women? You know, in fact, there was also a set of women that I passed. But because they are traditionally, from 1999, traditionally PDP women that usually wear colorful clothes with wrapper having umbrella. Yeah. But the wrapper having broom is yet to be supplied them. So in an event they were going for today, they decided to go, you wear your own wrapper, whatever, until they supply the wrapper that has, So I begin to ask myself, where is the leadership what light are we showing? How can people find the way? What is the level of political desperation? Is there any way we could restore ideology? You said
No,
4 years is not enough for you
pride in yourself. Obonibori lacks pride.
Even 16 years or life legacy or life chronology also not be enough.
Let me say
because
this.
you could make a mark in a month. You could make a mark in 6 months.
Thank you. No, let me say this. Obonibori has plenty mentor waiting for him. That Okowa had issue with Ibori, it does not make Obonibori to have the same issue with Ibori. Obonibori don't have no single reason to have issue with Ibori. And there's a way we settle things in my place. Sir, I'm sorry. See, I'm trying to win. No? I've won. Brother, say this. Brother, say Ibori could have done this easily by mending fences and maintain his track and maintain his dignity. His dignity. That man has no pride now. Is somebody that will talk. I will say, who is he talking? What that one talking about? Because you have no say. You are not a governor. And I've never seen a weak governor like him. I must say this. The rest, listen, Okowa was a governor. Okowa told Ibori, I'm not doing I'm not following your style. Even when Udwa and Ibori comes in, became governor, he was angry one time. He said, come on, this is my governor. I'm the governor. Obonibori could not stand one day and say, I'm the governor. This is a true test. How can you leave a state to a man like this? Maybe one guy will carry on one day now, they will give the state to the girl. Maybe we'll send you go front. It's bad. It's bad. No, this is not joke. Obonibori lacks integrity. He lacks ideology. He has no balls. I said it. And that is what I was looking for.
It was not even Okowa's own that people are finding
funny. No.
People are angry about. I think it was even his own. Him joining.
Exactly. But no. I can understand Okowa. Okowa have reason to run. He has trouble. He has money problem.
That's governor Sheriff that people are actually not finding funny at all.
Sheriff is winning the next election with ease. I tell you, Sheriff would have won the next election with ease. Nothing would have stopped him. Who's going to stop him? You see, they said they rig election. You can't rig election in my village. You ring an election in your village. You can't ring it in my village. It's what my people say that will come out. There's a way you ring election. There's a level of ringing. If with data set that I have grown up with, come to my village and ring election, they will pursue you. It's the people that matters in Ogara that will ring the election for you. Obonibori got some. He got it in all the 26 states. That is how he managed to win the last election. The structure is still there for him. Now he just collapsed it and said, oh, he's following his mentor. Who is your mentor? The mentor have problem with a lot of people. Okowa have more enemies than you can imagine. In fact, the Ned leaving the party was not because of the party. He left because of Okowa. And now you are making enemy. You make Okowa enemy your enemy. I tell my children, my enemy is not your enemy. I'm telling my own children, my father's enemy is not my enemy. How can Obonibori made Okowa enemy his enemy? He has been playing along that line all this while I've been watching. Today is a day to speak truth to power. The guy is a coward. I've never seen anything like this in my life. He's a coward. He's a big coward. I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. This is a man that would have run a state successfully. Successfully. Win the election successfully. There's nobody that was going to stop Obonibori from winning the next election. Nobody. I don't know about your political permutation. It doesn't work like that. If not, they would have sold all of us already. The current INEC cannot do what? Current INEC is declaring election every day. If you win election, there's a margin you win. There's a margin you win. You must be acceptable. Obonibori got all the states in his hand. And now he's working. No, the thing I don't understand is, listen, before Tinubu became president, he didn't have the power. Now he's there, he got power. You are in the state, you have your power. Why did he look down on his own power and change immediately? Why? 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 And now, we are now living in a one-party state, And in fact, Oborowori is going to have it tougher now because what are you going to think? Oh, Omagege is going to give up for you. Nobody, there will be no opposition that will come out in the state. Is that what you're thinking? That when APC and PDP combine, there will be no opposition. Now this is now you will see what is called politics. People will come out now. And even like like what Jeremiah was saying, out of that emotion, people will follow the next party. In fact, it makes no sense. I know we're all looking for food to eat. We can't say anything right because of the food we're going to eat. And that's why we saw that our birthright. Esau, all of us, we are Esau. 90% of you there, you are Esau, Akpa. No one will say you be Akpa, you be granite, food. They will eat you. How can we live in a state where there is nobody cannot say, oh, governor, why did you do this now? I'm not following you. Kai, what is going on? What is going on, my people? What is going on? What is going on? Because of food you will eat today. I know what I said to myself. If I don't make the money you're going to give to me tomorrow, I don't mind. The food I will eat now, go to toilet the next minute. I'll eat now, go to toilet the next minute. Is that why I'm going to kill somebody? Is that why I'm going to sell my birthright? How are you sure that God will not even give you another way? Then you people sold yourself. You don't believe in yourself anymore. You don't have any dignity. You have nothing. In fact, what is happening now? What is happening now happens everywhere. Everywhere. People can no more stand for themselves. I know I'm not Jesus, but I won't follow that. I will not. I will not. What if my child asks me this question? What will I tell him? If back they ask you this question, if I shouldn't ask you this question, what will you tell them? Now, you're going to give an excuse that it's because of the political. You're supporting the governor because the governor is trying to win election. He doesn't even, and the guy would have won. It's out of cowardice. A coward. And if it is where he owned, if Oborowori did this because of himself, I will understand. Because Oborowori have no single problem, not a single problem, not one. I don't understand what is this. I'm live and somebody is calling me like this. Of this one. Not a single problem, not one. Not one single problem. And I'm really disappointed today. Very, very disappointed. And if we continue, I know those of us will make money. Some of us will not. Some of us will face opposition to the rest of our life. Perhaps it is better you eat your small 1 naira and sleep well than to have all the millions in the world with no conscience. A time will come, and when the truth, and the funniest thing, the one I'm talking now, a lot of people are watching. Tomorrow you all go to church. What will you be telling God? No, at the end of the day, this thing you've done now, you go to church tomorrow. That because of the food that they're going to give to you, that they will take the food from you. That's why you sold your birthright like Esau. Because anybody that follows Oborowori and Okowa without his own personal decision is an Esau. Are you Esau? If you not be Esau, what is your position in this? We have a state that is so blessed, and a governor and the human resources is there. A governor is enthroned to take us, and he's doing the little one he can. I'm only angry with him that he's only thinking about road. He should do some more on proper growing the economy of the state. Only to switch. I'm going to a cancer party. Cancer party belongs to cancer. People that have cancer, and that is the solution. That is the solution. He's telling me that is the solution, and the only reason is so that he will win the next election. Or he's a game of
interest. Did they hide this from me? They told you it's a game of interest. So if
maybe,
it's not
the question I ask is I'm angry is number 2. I'm an honorable man. Let me say this. As an honorable man, I'm offended. Very, very offended. You know, the governor moves around. This is now the turn of honorable man to rule. And the honorable man sold his destiny again. You see, the first governor of the state was from Delta State. The body was from Urobo. Urobo handed power to the people in the Shekiri area. Shekiri now goes to the Delta North. Delta North has come back to Urobo. Everybody run his own destiny. When Okowa was there, he wasn't taking directly from the body. At the point in time, he told the body to go to hell. How come our coward is taking directly from Okowa? Urobo people should be ashamed of themselves. This same thing. Mary, sorry, I know this man, Chief Ubaka here is from the north, and we are brothers. But let me be clear. They created Delta State. Delta State, we are fifth in population. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't have a state, not one. Do you know what is happening now? Urobo people should be very ashamed. They are watching me today. They should be ashamed. We are fifth. Maybe we don't have one state. The only state they gave us, they put the capital in Asaba. Asaba is literally in Anambra State, not even in Delta State. I'm sorry, guys. But we take it. And now we have a governor who is selling his birthright again. It's annoying. Guess what? Guess what, people? No, this is really, really annoying. And I wonder when I'm going to go on television tomorrow, and I'm going to talk to them. And it's going to be war. I'm even nice here. I will not be nice. I will not be as nice as it is here. Because this is our turn. We don't want to build themselves. But instead, you gave me a governor, a proper governor. Tell me what this guy is, what this is. If you convince me that Obododi did it because he's afraid of himself, okay. He did it for Okowa. So meaning we have another the third term of the Delta North. That power has not come to us. Obodi they wait for now. They wait for now. Now I go support the body when he come home. Obodi will go beat you when you come back. Stay there, stay Asaba. Your
pain.
No, I mean you can see my frustration. So
your pain is your pain is understandable. Your pain is understandable.
You know, I know.
It's a level of frustration. What's playing out is a dimension of the godfather, a political godfather and godson thing, taking a bit too far.
You see, Fubara suffered it.
You know?
But Fubara is a man.
Yes, we know in the emergence of Oborewori. Yeah.
Fubara is a man.
Yes.
Fubara is a man. To stand wicked, Fubara is a man. Fubara is a man. Yeah, whatever happened to Fubara today, Fubara got the support of the world.
That's true.
He's a man. No matter what, now they are ashamed in the Aso Rock with the way they treated him. He's a man. Where's Oborewori? Nobody's even attacking him. He's running.
That's true.
Who is attacking? Is Oborewori under investigation? Who is attacking him? Do we have war here? Who is fighting Oborewori? With all the support, the people were loyal to him. Come on, man, let's say the truth to them. And at the end of the day, like I said to Urobo, you people should be ashamed. I'm looking at them now through the lens of this camera. They should be ashamed. If this is your turn, then what turn do you have with Oborewori? That this is the reason why he must leave the office. He's not even going to get my support next time. Sorry, guys. If this is what he's going to do, no, I was, when after the election, I came out on Urobo television. I told them, now it is time to work together. He's our own. Let's work with him. There's no need taking him to court here and there. Let us survive all the court cases. What is making him wrong? If they want to push him out, they would have pushed him out during the court cases. Don't blame Tinubu. This man is a coward. And it's only Okowa that is manipulating. And Okowa will pay for it. Okowa will pay for this. Because Okowa, he knew the game. He brought this one so that he can manipulate him throughout. And he's still manipulating him. Even at this stage. Do you know anybody pursuing Oborewori in the state? Do you have any political crisis in Delta State? Not that I know of. I'm beginning to get proud of my state. That we have some level of insecurity, yes, but they are working. I don't agree with the road construction, but I think the guy is doing something. Only for him to now carry our destiny and give it to Okowa. Now, what I'm saying here today is that Oborewori has given the Urobo people's destiny to Okowa. It's a language I use, and I will be quoted for that. It's a dangerous one. And you know, thank God say I no dey Nigeria. I no go come. I myself, I no go even come again. more than take Nigeria. I go get the ancestors here. It can't be the case. No, because
no.
take this.
The thing there is that there is a limit to which, if you call yourself a leader, then be a leader indeed. You know, be a man of yourself and have your own vision, and not because the past 2-3 weeks, some of the things that happened, build up to the dismantling of PDP structure, had to be that Atiku Abubakar was having a meeting with Obi and the coming of the coalition. Then, of course, the governors went to Ibadan to hold their own meeting, and they say they are not part of that coalition. You know, so here is an Okowa that was feeling threatened about what political relevance does he have anymore after the resources of Delta State had been used to, to fund an Atiku presidential election. And in the past 2 years, the two of them who were supposed to be president and their vice, if the PDP had won, nobody had seen them publicly together. That was a strong indication that things had fallen apart. That was also a strong indication that Atiku was beginning to realize that he may have made a political mistake. That if he had chosen perhaps Wike, of course, he would see how to manage Wike's turbulence and hurricanic nature. But if he had now chosen Peter, he suddenly realized that, and 2 years after, he is trying to see how to work out a kind of coalition that will bring him and Peter on board to be presented to Nigerians again. And in all this, Okowa is suddenly realizing that he is becoming politically obsolete.
And now
he feels the way to hit back at Atiku is, but that was supposed to be his own political decision to make. Like somebody said, you know, that he had his own destiny. But he felt that if I am living, you know, like I think it was Joshua, that choose you this day whom you shall serve. Yes. As for me and my household, that we shall serve the Lord.
Exactly.
If there comes a time that certain decisions being made, yes, certain decisions being made go beyond the individual. Or if Okowa had said, I, as the former governor of Delta State for 8 years, yes, I, as the former vice presidential candidate of the PDP, I am leaving PDP. I am going to APC.
Yes.
You know, that can be weighed on its own. But for him, he knew that that would not have the political symbolism of disaster.
So
he carried the symbolism
the
of
governor, carried the destiny of the
hierarchy of some sort.
Yes, so he carried our destiny.
When it is said that the entire PDP is moving, then one will say he had played another smart one.
Exactly.
You understand? He had played another smart one.
He has.
But the question mark, the big question mark, is on the sit-in governor who allowed himself
to be used.
You know, the ship that he's supposed to be the captain steering, he allowed that ship to capsize on himself historically when he is the captain of that ship. And that is where the huge question mark is. And of course, what that throws up is that, yes, leaders are born, leaders are made, but it is not everybody that is structured to be a leader.
That's it.
But when people check your strength, your weaknesses, and decide that they would rather capitalize on your weaknesses and play them up, because truth be told, if Edevie were the governor of Delta State,
Who brought
this
Okowa to
couldn't
do
have
this one?
happened.
Let's
But you check the psychology of the two of them, and you find out
It won't happen.
one is more
It
of
won't happen.
an independent-minded technocrat.
Exactly.
One is more of an independent-minded technocrat, and the other
Exactly.
is one of a run-in-the-mill kind of a politician.
Exactly.
You know,
And then
who
come up with the
possibly,
power agenda,
like somebody
more,
once told
more
us,
for
still
Okowa.
on this
Now you get
platform,
more for Okowa
who
Delta
possibly
State.
does not have a
This is
second
it.
address. The danger in not having a second address. Politics is the be all and end all. You know, so if what happens to me, I become obsolete. What is my profession? Where will I return to?
Where will I go?
Because
No,
of
but
course,
the governor have a chance.
even 8 years after,
You see,
it was
this is a big
difficult
mistake.
and still remains
No,
difficult
hello.
for Okowa to return back as a
See
medical
Bubaka.
doctor.
See
A medical
Bubaka.
doctor.
The
Oduanga
guy is
couldn't
a lawyer.
return back as a medical doctor.
Yeah, but the guy is a lawyer. Barrister Obodowori is a lawyer. He has no reason. In fact, Okowa is not going to practice again. With the kind of money Obodowori is getting today, he's not going to be a poor man in his life. So whether 1 term or 2 term, it doesn't even matter. The guy is made. Let's be clear. A coward is a coward. And what he did is a ways of action of cowardice. And nobody's going to take it from us.
But I don't see that it's made. Yeah. To them, it's not enough. It's not enough for them.
It's never been enough. In life, it's never been enough. I said to myself this night, what I have is enough. I try to get more. If I don't get, I will sleep. You know, Mary, because you're never going to have enough. The world has never gotten enough.
Well, you know, humans are
today have enough. Tinubu don't have enough.
Even if we manage to get what we're asking for, what we're seeking for.
Exactly. Tinubu is not enough. Tinubu has not got 1 term. The second term will not be enough for Tinubu. Opposition had 2 terms. He wanted the top 10. The terms are not enough. And at a point in time, you're going to make that strong decision. Obodowori listening to my show today, we send a very strong message to him. A man, you see, some people have flood coup in the country, they die. People, you see, it's better there's nobody's not going to die. It's a question of when you will die. I don't believe God created death, I know, but we're all going to die. It's a question of when, maybe 10 years or 15 years different. You are going to die. So whether I die today or die tomorrow, it's the same. Is anybody who's not going to die here? And we should learn to take that. And when we take some decision and say, what would they be saying about me when I'm gone? Not even when I'm here. Food is not Obodowori's problem. It can never be his problem in this world again. He has a good name, a governor of the state, of the richest state. You're not even worrying how you're going to make an impact. You're thinking of how you cross carpet to win in the second election and following a dead man. Okowa is a struggling man. He's a dead man. He's a criminal in the making. You know, they're going to forgive him. But the time will come. You know what I said to them? Supposing a small boy with a military coup come into Nigeria, where the Okowa go there? If a coup happened in Nigeria today, where would they be? Some of them will start to run, Now back, they go take the run. In Ghana, in those days, they teach you how to walk backwards during the slave trade, walking backwards. Now back, they go take the run. And you see the speed. Because you guys have raped this state. And if you look at Okowa, if you look at all these people that are raping Nigeria, they were the children of poor men. And I repeat, they were children of very poor men. Their parents have no background. I'm sorry, your parents have no background. And you gain from the system made you, and you destroy the system. And you say you're playing politics. Look at where Obodowori is coming from. We were going through certificate scandal. It was so much that we said, no, let this guy go. Okowa played a very smart game on us. We the Urobo people. And I'm going to say this. We are Urobo is we still have dialect. It's from a very particular part of the state, of our area, where they speak the Okwe. And Okwe has not produced a governor, really. You understand? So Okowa played the game and he produced him. And we said, if we don't give this chance, it will look as if we are fighting ourselves. And we said, okay, let's go with it. You understand? He was able to calculate that. We went with him. It's not because of your credibility. Now you sold your own people too, Obodowori. Your own people is sold in this game. Because this is not what they were expecting. That you're going to now remain Okowa boy for the rest of your life. let me repeat this. Ibori made Okowa. Okowa know what I'm saying. Before Okowa became governor, I called him here. We were talking. It was Ibori that insisted it must be Okowa. Odua never wanted to handle power to Okowa. Never. It was not. Ibori insisted it must be Okowa. And now Okowa, when Okowa became governor, did he do everything Ibori said? He didn't. There's a man. Where's Oriori as a man? I talk as an honorable man today, more than others. I didn't talk as a statesman, more than others. But I have to say this, and so that we can understand the context.
Yeah.
The guy he would have won this election without any problem. He would have won the election without a single problem, and I still believe in fact, now he's going to have more problem. Who was going to challenge him? You know, everybody said they're going to fight him. The guy that was facing all this number of cases. You know how many cases Obodori faced after the election? Why did Tinubu not remove him? Did you hear Tinubu say you must go? Don't blame Tinubu. They got nothing to do with Tinubu. Tinubu is not the one that made you to fail to sell your soul. Tinubu did not even fight you. When Tinubu come to the state, he shake hands with him. You understand? He was supporting him, whatever you are. And you could have told Tinubu, Baba, we don't like the North. We're going to give you the next president. We're going to work with you. Tinubu will understand. But you saw the whole state. Now, it's not what happened now. It's just the thought that, what if we give this guy more? What will he do with it? If you could do this now, God, I keep crying, man. If na Ibori, you know even nearer. If Ibori be governor, you make Ibori governor. They born you well. Like you rightly said, Edelia won't do this. Anything Omagege say we do it. Now you are going to these people to go and fight them in their own backyard. It's not going to be funny, sir. We're going to have problem in the Roboland anyway on this one issue. It is one. Now, come to my village today. If you see the division, the division, this has caused the Okowa Ibori movement. Some people technically follow Ibori, some follow Okowa, because Okowa is now Ibori. They are well funded today. The people in the government are those supporting, of course, Okowa. Now, you are collapse yourself. Now you are coming to Ibori side. What do they wait for now? If it accept that for lips, maybe you give appointment to some people. Ibori they watch now. You know, have you heard Ibori made a comment? Ibori don't talk. Have you observed that guy? Have you heard what Ibori say? You will only predict what Ibori will say. He doesn't talk anyhow. Watch. As we speak now, Ibori has not made a comment. Those people, even in this inner caucus, he will be looking at you. What did that guy do in mind? Now, Ibori have a problem. And Urobo may be scattered because they're going to say, oh, we don't support. Did we not support him? Okay, people, did we not support your brother? So when you bring that division now, we want to ask the question. Your brother that is now selling Urobo to, we're supposed to be there working for us. If that is the politics is going to play. We're looking for, my problem is this. This is a state that is so rich that Obori would have won by just try to make Delta State what it's supposed to be. Get people to farm, get people to work. And let's see who is going to oppose you. Even president will come praise yourself. Then if there's a way a governor will perform, the president will be supporting you. There's nobody that won't failure. Instead of doing that, you are running to the people that have cancer. And you say we should follow you. You carry us, Jenna. And of course, the people that are hungry in Nigeria, they will always follow now. Do they have food? You are following him because you don't have food. And it's a shame. I know they will hate me on this, so trust me. Even going to my village now, they're going to attack me. Even those people close to me, they are attacking me already. But it's a shame. I know you guys may not understand what I'm saying, but history will judge all of us. When we do things like this, it's not in the interest of the country, not in the interest of the people. And because we are justifying it because we don't, never like this, somebody go kill us, so they come to kill those when they want to kill. In fact, Jesus Christ have to die Because not today, tomorrow you go to church tomorrow in Jesus' name. The man died. He didn't come for free. Salvation is not free. Somebody died for it. Where's your own? If Jesus Christ refused to die, would you have the salvation you are claiming now? In Jesus' name, I hear. In Jesus' name, I said, I'm free thing. I wanted us to take a look at one of paper before we leave. Only one step would be nice. Back, I just lead us through one paper before we run the show. Maybe read us one of the headlines. Possibly the one with Toko and Boriwori on it. Why they ran away from the party. Where are we? Only one, then we can go.
Okay. So Vanguard has on its front page unmistakable battles ahead in Delta. Unmistakable battles ahead in Delta. That talks about the defection.
Yes.
And
who now lead the party?
The battles that lie ahead.
One question,
of them,
yes.
Who leads Delta APT?
Exactly.
Oboriwori or Omoagege?
Good question.
How will Ibori Okowa finally resolve their unsettled quarrel? So that is a cover from that's a cover of Vanguard.
Vanguard is close to us.
While Vanguard also has Expel Wike Damagun Anyangu now, talking about the issue in PDP.
Yes,
and the need to expel the likes of Wike. Wike gives condition for peace in Rivers. Wike, he appears to hold his ace, so he is given condition for peace in Rivers. For peace to come. Then in 2027, Atiku dividing PDP. He will not get our ticket. These are people saying that Atiku will not get their ticket, that is dividing PDP. But in one of the papers, Atiku did also say that concerning those who defected, that they have the right, people have the right in politics to associate with whoever that they will want to associate. That is his own very diplomatic response to Okowa's exit from PDP. Then 2027, Nigeria going the way of, I think Paro, is that? Says Dagaje. Going the way of Peru, says Dagaje. So talking about 2027. And of course, very, very significantly, the Pope is being laid to rest today. So a number of the papers have the issues of people paying last respect, world leaders paying last respect. That's the cover in Guardian. Guardian has it. Tinubu, world leaders bid Pope Francis farewell today. Pope Francis farewell today. So today is very historic. A pope is being bid farewell while the world is expecting the emergence of yet another. So that is the cover of Vanguard. The cover of Vanguard is not different from what you have in the Saturday Times rather. Pope Francis for burial today. Pope Francis for burial today. So basically, those are the papers. Saturday Tribune, again, armed invaders kill 7 in Benue community. That is to say that the killing in Benue and Plateau, the killings have not come to an end at all. You also have Northern elders attack Tinubu again. So what's playing out here is a politics of North-South, a politics of North-South. And the likes of Oboriwori, yes, people say posterity can judge him harshly on the decision he has taken. But one of the gambits, one of the tickets that were sold to them was that if they take this decision, it will be in the interest of the South. so that Tinubu's second term can be
Not the
secure.
interest of the
But
South.
what happens to, how would history now judge you as a governor and the structure you handed over to opposition, especially an opposition that at the federal level has not shown credible performance in terms of leadership and impact on the people. So basically, those are the papers, what the papers have today. There is something on Niger State. Niger State youth, one, wear dreadlocks at the front, shave back of head, and be arrested. The youths in Niger State, I think they are going along with their governor that wear dreadlocks at the front,
If they carry
shave
they
back
come
of
our
the
place,
head,
we go cut
and
them out.
be arrested.
Any of them, when they carry long beards come our
and be
area, we go cut them.
arrested. I think
We
that's
cut
what
their beards when they come my
was it
area.
Mary that
Mary, what are you
the
doing?
governor of Niger State? You can hold your state while I carry my dreadlock. Hold your state. I'm reconsidering my plan of visiting Niger State. So when a nation is burning and you are talking about dreadlock, it's like a man whose house is burning and is pursuing rat. That again is a reflection of the kind of leadership that we have currently. We've never had it so bad as a country. People are not concerned about administration. It's about election. And that is the kind of a situation that Nigeria has found itself.
What a pity. That's a good place to wrap the show. We are not concerned about administration. We're concerned about elections. Boriwori, you should have been concerned yourself with your administration, which you were doing. I would say in my book, you're 30%, which I've never given anybody. They've always below 10. But you got 30 because you, in your mind, you're playing. I can see this, the transparency in you, and you mean well. But maybe you lack the skill or the understanding. And what we're going to do was support you by giving you the right idea to put the state to work. Because if the state fail, we all fail. It's not only you. So I always say to people, but when you failure, it's not only Boriwori. So we need to work with him to move the state, help him to administer. He wants to do well. So why don't we help him? But to do this stupid move, oh my God. I never see this happen. I never saw it coming. And thank God I was not on the show in the past 2 days. Give me time to breathe it down. But today I just have to break my anger. That's where we end the show today. Thank you very much, Mary, for joining from Asaba, Abuja. It's like you are eating something on Mary. That's no normal. Okay.
No, sir.
All right. And Shibu Bakar, thank you very much.
Where will I be eating from? There's no food there.
Okay, good. So I said, women.
Thank you very much, Chris.
That's why we end the show today. We'll be here.
Mary dressed like a lawyer today.
No. I think she's here to argue the case for Boriwori.
Mary's attire is like that of a female lawyer. The white and the black. It's remarkable. We're admiring it from Asaba here.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
All right. So that's where we end the show, people. We'll do this on Monday, where we'll come back with the rise and shine. We'll talk about this. It's important. I know the show is not the most pleasant one today, and it's not meant to make you happy. It's meant to make you think. Let me say this. I want to end show with this. Let me let the people go. Thank you guys for joining me. All right, let me end the show with this. Jesus Christ, I want to be held responsible for what I say now, so you don't blame my people. Jesus Christ, if they ask you why did they kill Jesus, today all of you go to church tomorrow, why did they kill the man? They couldn't stand the truth you were talking about. So when you say in the name of Jesus, they killed him because he was talking about the Pharisees and the Sadducees and the activities of the bad administration. He went into the house of the God of God and scattered it physically angry. Go and read about Jesus. And tomorrow you go to church and say in Jesus' name. For that they killed him. They couldn't stand him. It's better, but today Jesus has risen to glory. He's in charge. There's no name. I've never said let Jesus. Today we say in the name of Jesus. That's how you can be. That's why Jesus Christ said you will raise up with him. If you do the right thing, that's how your name will be raised with Jesus. But some of your name will be buried like that of Judas Iscariot. I'm just telling you, don't do that. Be Jesus in your own way. Die for the truth. You will never, God created this world, you will never go hungry. Not the God I know. God will never make you hungry. No! So don't stop selling your birthright. That's why I end the show. My name is Daddy Chris, and I will be seeing you guys on Monday. God bless you, and thank you for joining us.
Nigeria Week London 2025. It's time to celebrate the pulse of Africa's most exciting nation. Nigeria Week London 2025 is coming to Hippodrome Theatre from July 24th to 26, 2025, showcasing the best in Nigerian arts, music, fashion, and investment opportunities. Whether you're looking to discover the future of real estate, explore Nigeria's culinary masterpieces, or get immersed in an electric Afrobeat performance, this is the event of the year. You can also join us for a film festival, cultural dance spectacles, and the recognition awards. Don't miss out on the business opportunities and cultural experiences waiting for you. Book your tickets now before they're gone on eventbrite.co.uk. Call or text +447 438 893 190 or 080 330 46768 or +447 459 071 747. Visit our website superiorradioandtelevision.com. Nigeria Week London 2025. Nigeria Week London 2025, celebrating the best of Nigeria, is partnered with Civil Society, scaling up nutrition in Nigeria.
SR